Monday, December 31st meeting to order. And we're going to turn the time over to buildings and grounds, it says here on my thing. So you need to pull your microphone up so everybody can hear it.
Okay. Cody Elam. We had 3 bids initially for this. CBS was removed due to the fact that they were not licensed, which was unfortunate because they were the low bid at the time. So GT Grandstands, their bid is 1.6 with the roof. They minus 476 for the elimination of the roof canopy. So their bid without the roof is 1.16670. So Southern Bleachers bid, the base bid is 1.737700, and then they deducted $627,700 for the elimination of the roof canopy. So Southern Bleachers bid without the roof is 1.110.
1 point what?
1.110.
So they come in just a little bit lower.
Just a little bit lower.
Okay.
1.16 compared to 1.11.
We had some major discussions with
$50,000.
50,000.
with Jan and the rodeo committee, and Brent brought it to my attention that in the 40 performances they've done over the last 10 years, they have been partially rained out one time. So I told them, I said, if you guys don't think that the canopy is something that, and they brought up to our attention that because of the pillars,
Yeah.
Line of sight.
you lose a lot of line of sight in both arenas. And then I looked through the, whichever,
Southern
no, it was the other bid.
GT Grandstand.
So they actually had two pillars
They had quite a bit in the way.
that was in the way. And so I just,
Well, and the tickets that you would sell for those seats behind those, you almost have to sell those as obstructed view.
Yeah, you would.
And I just, where the fair board has come out and said that it's not an issue to them, I mean, there's a lot of things that could be done for $500,000 there or anywhere in the county for that.
and that's
So-
why we kind of thought that if for some reason we save that kind of dough, maybe we can do our other half of the bookmobile.
Well, and if they're, and you know, this is primarily in August for the rodeo.
Right.
And I mean, there's obviously other performances, but even if it rains in August, it's not like a rain or a snow this time of the year.
No, and also if the sun faces them, so really that roof canopy would be a waste because the sun would still be.
Right in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And it always starts after the sun's down anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So by then it's blocked by the canopy on the west side.
Yeah. The only thing that might add a little bit, talking with Kirk, the lighting for the parking lot, we were going to attach it to the roof canopy. So now we'll have to do some poles or do some different, and it's still not enough to offset 50,000 or 500,000. So there's some things that we'll have to look at that adjust, but either way, I think we're good with both these contractors are good. So
Well, and we got a good recommendation on Southern from our rodeo board in consultation with the guys. Was it in Wasatch?
Lehigh, Spanish Fork, those guys down that way.
Well, it was
Both of them.
yeah.
Wade Garrett. Yeah.
And his. And I had
So-
plenty of other people from, that have done with the ones
Yeah.
that did Ogden, and they did Ogden.
GT Grandstand. I had a few I had them both, so I feel
Good.
Good contractors.
All right.
I would say saving $50,000 and
Okay.
putting it towards lighting or something would be my. But I can't make a motion, so.
I can. I'd make a motion that we award the bid for the Fairgrounds Bleacher Project, strictly bleachers with no overhead awning to Southern Bleachers. Is that the name?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second that motion. I got a motion by Commissioner Scott and a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thanks, you guys. You got anything else you want to?
With this, the architect's finishing up the restroom and the vendor area and the ticket booth, so there'll be some costs with that. We want to run 3-phase over there, so we don't have to run the generator anymore. We're gonna replace the water line because it's that poly coupler. PVC, excuse me.
Oh,
And we hit that with our trenching. Anyways, and we have to run fiber from the Fine Arts building to the ticket booth so that the data from the tickets will be all done through Keith's system.
instead of doing it.
Yeah, so there'll be some costs there but I feel comfortable about what we've talked about with, you know, 150,000 for that. We still would be able to do those. The only issue that we might have is we may have to sub out some of that work because we're really busy right now. And
Okay.
we just want to make
The
sure you
only
guys are
other
aware
thing we were
of that.
talking about, Jan, last time was that maybe while we're doing the lights on that east side of where we're at, we really need to put lights down on the airstrip also.
I've got Jones and Associates doing a lighting diagram right now for that parking lot. And also, we need to put a new flagpole. So these are all things that we're going to be putting on there to encompass, because we had to take down the other one and get caught with our new Jumbotron that we put up
Oh,
on the south end.
With the fiber that you're running that direction, is it going to be, I was just thinking way down the road, there's a lot of places where they'll have an event going and then someplace else on the facility, they'll have it with a closed circuit TV. So you could potentially have an event going on there in the arena, and if you had fiber going between there and the event center, you could have that rebroadcast in other areas around the fairgrounds.
And with that's an excellent point. We'll be able to broadcast that, but we'll also be able to do announcements from the Fine Arts, from Jan's office, and go all the way over there. It'll all be connected now through that fiber. So it'll really, Keith talked to me about it, what we need to do, and it's going to be a great,
Okay.
and then we'll be able to accurately take Visa
Tickets
cards and be able to utilize that there to sell that when someone wants to come and do monster shows. Now we got fiber there. They can use their machines. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and I don't know that that would ever be a consideration for the rodeo, but I could potentially see other events where you may want to broadcast what's happening in the arena to other locations around the fairgrounds.
Well, we'd be able to
So-
broadcast that over to the sheet. You know, they got TVs in there. We do that now, don't we?
Yeah,
We broadcast
Cool.
the auction. Yeah. So we'll
Cool.
be able to do that.
All right.
it's awesome. You guys
Good.
missed the motion and so Southern Bleachers got the bid. And then hey,
It's a holiday week.
Cody and these guys,
Yeah.
what Steve said. And there's only two of us here today,
That's
so
good.
you about didn't have one of us here, so. Anyway,
So we'll meet. I'll set up an appointment with all of us and meet with Southern Bleacher, and we'll get some things taken care of, some change orders. I know Jan wanted some backrest and some
yeah.
things.
And then
Cool.
you're gonna make sure that Bill's in on that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I had one other question. I can't remember what it was.
And we'll be waiting to remove the bleachers.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we
I've had a
open-
few phone calls
I
on
think
that.
we open up the bids
It'll be,
Wednesday, right?
yep.
on the bleachers.
On the, to removal.
Okay.
Because if we don't, we need to just pull them out of there because I've got to get that site ready.
Well, yeah. So does that contract encompass removal
Yes.
and disposition? So whoever wins that, they can do anything that they
Yep.
want to with them once they
Yep.
remove them.
Yep.
Okay.
It's theirs. And it made sense to do that. I wanted just to get them out of there,
Yeah.
but there was enough money in scrap there. They're not meant to move. They're not. So
Right.
they're going to be responsible to move them.
And they got a short period. of
They have a
time to
very
do it.
short period, or we will act. Because the first thing we're going to do is going to tear down the restroom and tear down the poles so we can get fill going in there.
Because I know that Garland was interested in those, but
I got a call
don't.
from
Mayor
Grand
Miller.
Junction,
And yeah,
Really?
so I've had a
Yeah.
couple phone calls from other places.
Southern Utah. I've got a couple phone calls asking me the condition and asking me what they can.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just told them that the Southern Bleachers offered us whatever aluminum prices was going, and they would scrap it. And at that time, it was 40,000.
See, I was just gonna. I got to get Phil in there to do fill, so I got to pull them out of there, and we got to bring Phil in and get them ready for Southern Bleacher. So, okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Anything else? Anybody?
Anything, Jesse? Okay.
I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, motion by Commissioner Scott, second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye. I can't oppose that today, can I?
Well, you could.